I have over 146,000 damage against players in Arc Raiders, and I've evaluated every single weapon now, and I can say by a fact that the Venator is by far the strongest one. Let's talk about why. I want to start off by saying that the game is very balanced, and each and every weapon has its own time to shine, and none of the weapons should be dismissed because the other is better in every single way. But having that said, there are a few that really stands out from the rest, and one of these are the Venator. Taking a look at the spreadsheet over the weapon stats, we initially see that the Venator seems to have a terrible time to kill, so why are people telling me it's so overpowered? The Venator's time to kill at 1.71 seconds, while we see the Torrente at 1.05, Volcano 1.04, and even a Toro and Berletta has a faster time to kill, so what is going on? Well, it's because upgrading weapons in Arc Raiders make a huge difference, even to the extent where a tier 3 green can a lot more often than not be stronger than a pink tier 1. For example, a tier 4 Venator has a staggering 66% increased fire rate as well as a 50% reduced reload time. So if now instead take a look at the statistic for weapons at tier 4, we now see the table has changed drastically. Taking a look at the time to kill, we see that the Venator has an absolutely fastest time to kill in the game if you hit your headshots at a ridiculous time at 0.34. Good luck surviving that. But yeah, not everything in the game is statistics. We also have to take into account how most of the fights happen in the game. More often than not, you tend to know where your enemy is and maybe do some initial poking, and then typically it ends up as a hard push or a big brawl. In these type of situations, you really need a weapon that can perform well inside of those close to medium range fights, and here we see a lot of shotguns taking the stage naturally. But if you're confident in pushing your enemy and having solid aim, the Venator will be your strongest choice. The weapon truly shines when you're in a position where you can do full-on trades with your enemy and consistently shoot at each other until one is dead. If you start doing a lot of hit and runs or your enemy's playing a lot with cover, you will potentially lose the fights against more slow-firing weapons such as anvils, repeater, and toros. But as long as you learn your strengths, you literally cannot lose. If you're enjoying the video so far, remember to hit the subscribe. We're just starting this channel. We definitely do not plan on stopping anytime soon. I'm live on Twitch 4 times per week, so if you want to see some good PvP, come and say hi. The link is in the description.